A morning to remember.
The turkeys start to get louder, and then the last thing you want to hear when you've got a 160-inch, 6.5-year-old about to head your way.
What's the most memorable morning you've ever had in the deer woods? And why was it so unforgettable? I'm Taylor Drury, and this is DoD TV.
This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by Analogics Outdoors. Know the product, use the product, get results.
Throwback time. We're gonna rewind all the way back to November 30th, 2012. Dad and cameraman Wade are slipping into a ground blind for a morning hunt. After getting in the blind under the cover of darkness, a morning unfolded that neither of them could prepare for.
It's the Fork G3. This is a 6.5-year-old buck that I know too well. I've had pictures of this deer since 2009 when he was 3.5 years old and a straight 10-point. And then in 2010, he was a 6x5 with a slight fork on his G3, and I started calling him the Fork G3 that year. Then the next year, the forks really come out. He's a 5x5. And then in 2012, the mass builds in. He's still got those Fork G3s, only this time he's a 6x6. He's 6.5 years old, and I'm like, this is the target animal. He was in that honey hole, and I'd have a chance, hopefully, to take that deer with a bow after the Missouri rifle season. Who you're wanting to kill one when on November the 30th at 6 o'clock you're headed in. Southwest wind, we're gonna go to one of my favorite spots in the whole world. We're gonna slip into this little clover strip. We've architected this thing so that when the deer come off of the big bottoms of a morning, they filter through a smaller staging bottom to our south, and then up through a big bean field, standing beans that we have with a clover strip up into a big thicket. So
it's music to my ears, those turkeys talking like that. It's been a while since we had a hatch like we did this summer.
I'm sitting there enjoying the morning, and all of a sudden we look up and look to the south.
Big buck, big buck, big buck, big buck, big buck. See? Split G3. Yeah, I see. Turkeys are flying in.
The turkeys start to get louder. The audio is literally unbelievable. And then the last thing you want to hear when you've got a 160-inch, 6.5-year-old about to head your way, well, we heard it. These does cannot figure out what we are. They don't know what's going on. Something's got these does wigged out, but all along, the buck kept going back and feeding it. It was as if he wasn't paying attention to these old, nasty does up there snorting and carrying on like they always do. There was so much tension in that bottom between the turkey's audio, the does coming and going, the buck just standing there. This goes on for 15 minutes. Well, finally, these does vacate the field. This buck, he's locked in at 50 yards. He's looking towards him, and in my mind, I'm like, he's not coming through the clover. I've got to try this shot.
Gotta try him there. He's gonna go to them. Did I go over it? Yeah. Smoked him. it smoked him, man. Did it really? Smoked him. You smoked him. You missed the first shot, didn't miss the second one. Oh, those flipping doves. I know you can't see it, but you'll hear them snorting and carrying on. They ran away. All the turkeys flew off. They ran again. More turkeys flew off. We still got turkeys flying off. Boy, did they wear us out this morning. That is a giant Missouri buck, 6.5 years old. And these turkeys, I swear about this, because there was so much audio from these birds talking. He didn't really pay a lot of attention to the doves. Wild stuff. All right, we're gonna go look for the arrow, see how much penetration I had. Also, see if we find any blood. You see that blood? Oh, look at the blood. He's done. Look at that penetration. He's done. This is literally 15 yards after the hit, so he's blowing through here, and there's just blood just spewing out of him. That's why we shoot those Rage Extremes. That's crazy. Bingo. Wow. See a big body deer. What a beautiful buck, and this closes the chapter on a buck that I believe is 6.5 years old. He's the Fork G3, and just feels so fortunate he walked out this morning. One of the monarchs of the Missouri farm, has been the last few years. Big body, big rack, and big smile today. Just an awesome buck. I mean, look at the character in that rack. He is just fantastic.
Now that was a picture-perfect morning. A beautiful sunrise, turkeys, and a giant buck. What more do you need in life? Nothing. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and come back for more DoD TV every week.